This has been advertised for adoption.
Discussion. Okay, agenda.
Item number 6 is the retention bonds associated with both phases of Colonial Point. Same issue. Staff has inspected everything, and the ordinance for adoption has been advertised.
Discussion. Agenda.
Item number 7 is the Colonial Point stop sign. So stop signs have to be adopted by ordinance in order to be enforceable at the courts. So every time we have a new stop sign, we amend our stop sign ordinance to add that stop sign as part of our stop sign ordinance. So as we were taking on Colonial Point, we have to amend the ordinance to add the stop signs at Colonial Point. We also are amending it to add the stop sign down at the end of the road here at Old Vine and Lynchburg Road.
Okay, discussion. We'll make that an agenda.
Item number 8 is the 2023 public meeting schedule. I've put in the agenda packet, or I should say Jessica has put in the agenda packets, a copy of the proposed schedule for 2023. I believe, Mr. Dice, that she's coordinated that schedule with your staff. There's only 2 proposed changes to work sessions and 2 proposed changes to voting meetings. The work session, actually for January, the council already authorized the change from Monday to Wednesday, so going from the 2nd to the 4th. And then I believe the other one is Labor Day. Labor Day this year falls on the first Monday, so we have to move the work session there. And then on the voting meeting side, Columbus Day falls on the first Monday. And again, next year, we will not have enough time between the November voting meeting and the December voting meeting to advertise and adopt the budget, so we have to push the December voting meeting out again next year. Those are the proposed dates in your agenda packet. If council would authorize them, we would advertise those for 2023.
Discussion. Okay, agenda.
Items number 9 and 10 are both executive session items. The item number 9 is a discussion regarding the police collective bargaining agreement, and item number 10 is a discussion regarding the promotion of a police officer to first line supervisor. Item number 11 is the PBSA, or the Municipal Water Authority Board resignation. Included in your agenda packets is a resignation letter from Jim Stasic, and next week council just needs to accept that resignation.
Discussion. Agenda.
Item number 12 is the volunteer fire department earned income tax forgiveness roster. I've included in the agenda packet the list of the volunteers who met the criteria for the forgiveness program for all 4 companies as identified by the various 4 fire chiefs. There are about 80 volunteer firefighters across the borough that qualify for the forgiveness program for 2022. Council needs to authorize this or approve this list so that we can send it to the earned income tax collector so that they would get that earned income tax forgiveness in their 2023 returns.
Any discussion?
I would like to point out too, if you didn't get a chance to see in the manager's report, there is a name on here and there's a separate tab in the agenda packet. There was a firefighter from Renton who's been a great volunteer, quite honestly, for many years. He passed away actually right before so the deadline under the ordinance, they have to have been an active firefighter as of October 31st of each year. He passed away shortly before that. I've included him on the list. I assumed you'd want to, but I just wanted to point that out that he technically didn't.
Yeah.
Well, he is on. I just want to make sure you guys are aware he is on.
Absolutely.
All right. Item number 13 is the Vision Financial Group resolution for 2023. As you know, we have a capital lease to own program with all of our capital equipment, and we run that lease to own program through Vision Financial Group, which is a lender that specializes in municipal financing. Every year, council authorizes the program for us to participate in. This is not authorizing any purchases or any new budgeted items. This is just authorizing the participation in the program.
Any discussion? Okay, agenda.
So 2020, item number 14 is the 2023 tax anticipation note. We discussed last month during Mr. Whitaker's presentation that the tax anticipation note for 2023 would again be set at $1.5 million. I think it's been at that level for about the last 5 years.
I think it was the second or third year. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It was down from 3 million.
So yeah, we've gone from 5 to 3 to 1.5.
Right.
So that is right now through Dollar Bank, which was previously Standard Bank. When they merged, they changed the name to Dollar Bank. The commitment letter is included in your agenda packet, and the commitment letter is offered at 4.9%. And again, we only pay on the money we draw down. This year, I don't believe we even
I don't think we
drew
touched
down,
it.
we drew down on it in 2022 at all. We have such a healthy fund balance that we've not needed to draw on it. We do this because just in case we would need it, if we never draw down on the money, there's no interest paid.
Okay, Jenna.
Item number 15 is the 2023 real estate tax resolution. There is no proposed real estate tax increase for 2023, so that therefore the real estate tax for 2023 can be set by resolution. A copy of that resolution is in your agenda packet. I would point out that the millage rates within the general fund fluctuate annually, so they're going to look a little bit different, but the total mills, 4.78, hasn't changed since 2017.
Discussion. Okay, Jenna.
16 is the 2023 earned income tax ordinance. As you all know, we collect a 1% earned income tax on all borough residents. We do share that 50-50 with the school district by law. That 1% is the maximum allowed by law, and so we are advertising it at that same 1% again this year.
Discussion. Okay, Jenna.
Item number 17 is the local service tax ordinance for 2023. Same thing. That's set at $52 a year by the state. That's the max. That is shared. The school district that is shared 90. Earned income tax is shared 50-50 with the school district. Local service tax is shared 90-10. Borough receiving 90% of those funds. Again, that's at the max allowed by law, and that is advertised for adoption for next week.
Any discussion? Jenna.
Item number 18 is the 2023 annual budget. The budget has been advertised and put on display, I believe, actually at both locations. We had it in both borough buildings just in case. We still do have a significant deficit in the budget. We still are going to be spending a significant amount of reserve funds to continue with the programs and capital equipment purchases and capital programs that we want to do in 23. But that was a choice the council made during this budget process.
Any discussion? I'm sorry, Mike.
I'm just going to say there are no tax increases included in this budget.
What were we gonna use, like 1.7?
I think it's going to be a little bit more than that. I think it's going to be a little closer to 1.8.
And the biggest cause of this is gas prices and the supply chain issues, and basically
Our expenses have gone up considerably for some of our biggest expense items,
Just
salt,
like-
road salt, gas.
just like everybody's household's expenses have gone up, basically. So I just wanted to point that out. Any other discussion? Okay, we'll leave that agenda.
Item number 19 is the Green Light Grow Traffic Signal Program grant application. The state has this program that they offer to municipalities for assistance with improving traffic signals at various intersections. Dave and his staff have been working on this for us. They'd like to recommend submitting an application to improve the traffic signal controllers at the Coxcomb Hill, either at the Sheets or at the one at Ramparts Boulevard, or both. At this point, what we need to do to move forward, the application is not due until January, but we need to provide the state with a scope, a letter identifying what the scope of the project, we intend the project to be. So at this time, we're just asking for council's authorization. This does not need to be an agenda item for next week. We just want to make sure that we're all on the same page and you guys are on board with us submitting the scope, because if you do, and we submit the scope, then we will be asking in January for council to authorize a resolution for the grant. The grant is a 20% match for this project, and I do not have a budget amount at this time.
Okay.
You have one for the meeting?
We might have one for the, you mean for the voting meeting next week?
Yes.
We can have a rough budget number.
We will, but it'll be a 2024 project, so it will not affect the vote next week on the.
It will be on the agenda next week.
All right.
And Jessica, you wanted to add we wanted to add one other thing. Could you just give us the wording for that again? Or to add to personnel management?
An executive session item, a board and commission member status.
Okay, great. Any discussion about that? Okay, we'll make that an agenda item also. Thank you. That brings us to the end of our work session agenda, except for public comment. Anybody got anything they'd like to add for Yes, sir. Please come up.
Could you shut that mic off?
That one, yes. Could you turn it back on?
Thanks.
Push it down.
Just state your name and give your address first.
My name is Frank Altieri. I've been working to improve. I've been trying to fix some problems that I noticed on Rec Road, right by my house. Right between Route 909 and Emerald Drive, right around where I live. So cars around there, they drive really fast, and there are a lot of problems with cars driving into the side of the road. And another thing is we have a lot of like shops, and we have a sports center. So I've been I started a petition to get a sidewalk on Rec Road to make walking there safer. And I would also like to find a way to see if you can get some street lights around there, because driving on it isn't safe. I have a few reasons that I would like there to be a sidewalk, a crosswalk, and some street lights there. There's not really a shoulder or anywhere to walk. There's no way to safely cross the road. It's poorly lit. The roads are very windy. There are a lot of deer in the area. People drive really fast on the road, and there are bus stops with kids getting off on that road. So I was wondering if someone could come down and take a look at the road to see if they can maybe put a crosswalk there, a sidewalk, anything like that, and add some lights to make it safer.
You did awesome.
Thank you.
Well done, sir.
Thank you.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is a very, there are steps, there's a process we have to go through, right?
Yeah.
We could do a traffic study, we have to get engineering down there to look into these things, and there's also an expense. But this is something that we will put on the manager's desk here, and we'll look into it, and we'll be back in touch. If you can leave us, can we get your, before we leave, we'd like to get your name, or at least your parents' name and address and phone number, and we'll definitely look into it.
Okay, thank you.
We'll still ask for you.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, you're the man.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And I'm sure you know government does not move quickly, so please don't, it's not gonna happen this month. Just letting you know.
Well done, buddy. Anything else? Okay, we're going to adjourn to an executive session